Good morning. Hope you are all good. I was nearly not all good as I nearly walked into a post. Anyway, I've started this video after crossing the road, as it can be a risky one sometimes. I don't know why I do that sometimes. I start a live video and go, need to cross the road. Anyway, good morning. Hope you are well. Just finished the morning session, and then we have yoga online at the moment, live, and then we have our workout of the day, Devizes in Marlborough. We can come in, pick a time slot, complete the workout of the day with kind of one-to-one coaching from us. From next week, we have our group sessions back on again inside. So we'll have our full new class timetable, which I'm super excited about. So that is next week. Anyway, talking about what to expect after your first session today, because, and I get this a lot, and you know, we work with, we don't work with bodybuilders or marathon runners or anyone like that in terms of in our Fit for Life program, but we do work with a lot of the ladies who come in and maybe haven't exercised in a while, maybe are lacking motivation, maybe it's food issues, but maybe around the exercise maybe they're actually more of a beginner to the style of exercise we do, which is actually great because you get really good progress in terms of the body shape that kind of is the result of doing the style of training that we do, aka toning up, as some people will call it, which is essentially putting on muscle and losing body fat. That's all it is. But however you term it, that's irrelevant, whatever it means to you, as long as you understand what it kind of means. Now, when you come into a session at the moment, what happens is you will come into your kind of yellow square, if you like. All your equipment is in there that we would work with you with. We would then set you a few exercises to do. So a few specific exercises to do. We would see how you move, make sure your technique's okay, make sure it's safe, effective, so you know exactly what you're doing, okay? We'll be coming around making sure that you're all good with them, motivated, on track with that. Hey, Patricia. And then essentially, we then go into a bit more of progressive style of work, and we're always finishing with like kind of mobility, stretch work, just to make sure you're not aching for days, which is one of the things I want to touch on today. Because I had a question within this question above about, should you be aching, should you not? In short, whether you're aching or not, it doesn't really matter in terms of whether it's working or not. Progression is the key, and you might not ache at all. But if you're progressing, aka getting a bit stronger with your lifts, doing stuff for a little bit longer, whether that's, one of the ladies said the other day, I'm feeling so much better, I'm walking up hills again, I'm feeling like myself again, and I'm less out of breath, I'm saying yes to things, I'm not worrying about that social event when they're like, am I going to be able to keep up? And with the progression in terms of your training, that's the main thing. Now, you might feel achy if it's a new stimulus on your body and you haven't exercised in a while. Anything new is likely to maybe have a bit of an impact. But this is also dependent on your quality of sleep and your nutrition, which is something we always will go through with you as well. So, and one of the ladies said, they used to say, have a rest day in between. Now, a lot of people just say, you can do a little bit every day. Like, what's changed? And really what's changed is we know that you can't really overtrain, but you more under-recover. Now, this is where it comes down to you and your lifestyle, how much time you have, the stresses in your life. And this is where we need to put a plan together that you're actually going to, 1, stick to, 2, enjoy, 3, see this not necessarily as the exact thing you do forever, but a habit that isn't so out of this world that you're just waiting for the end point, okay? So things to do, like if you are aching after your first session, the tendency is to do nothing and not move. That's the last thing you want to do, because you're actually then compensating for the calories you would have burnt maybe from walking around. So if you normally walk your dog, walk up the stairs where possible, but then you did an exercise session and you thought, you know what, you turn to your other half and you go, can you walk the dog today? I'm knackered. We're just kind of offsetting what we've done. And I often say, I'd rather you leave the session, leave our workout, feeling like you could have done a bit more a lot of the time in terms of your long-term progress. Not all the time, but sometimes, for the reason of that, so that you keep up that exercise outside of the session, because actually that's the key thing often. It's not just what you do for that half an hour, the 20 minutes, the hour, whatever you do, it's what you do outside of that. And going for maybe walks on the days in between, or rather than not doing anything, can actually promote recovery, blood flow as well. Hey Karen. So these are always going to be good strategies, but ultimately it depends on your lifestyle. You know, some of the days will be work from home, like sit at their desk at 7:30, eating their breakfast at the desk. Lunchtime is difficult to grab as a meeting's just been booked in, and I get it's really hard. So we can often be more achy because we haven't really moved. And that's where it's like kind of getting that stand-up movements at any point in the day just to promote that recovery. Can we get our nutrition a bit better? Can we look at maybe short little spurts of exercise throughout the day, which are less overwhelming, whether that's just punching 20 times, whether that's getting a few squats in while the kettle's boiling. You know, we don't even need to boil the kettle anymore, do we? Because it's so quick with those coffee machines. But my point here is you don't have to be achy. You don't have to be crawling out of a gym, a workout for it to be working. The key is progression, constant progression, no matter how small. 1% better each day. That's always going to be the focus. So I hope that helps. Any questions, just let me know and I will see you soon. Have a great day. Speak soon.